Alright, let's turn to page 457 for the Explore It. It says the distance around a circle and the distance across a circle are related. They're asking us to use string to measure the distance across each circle. How many of these lengths does it take to go completely around a circle? So we would say that we go across this, we go across this, and we go across that. Now, I'm not going to actually use the string, but we're going to state that it takes a little more than 3 times the length of the string to go around. Alright, so that's for part A. Alright, part B. It says the distance around a circle and the distance across a circle are related. Use the string and a ruler to measure the distance across a circle and the distance around a circle. Complete the table, and we'll round each measurement to the nearest quarter inch. Alright, so I'm just going to use our answer grid here. Alright, so for the button, which is in red, the distance around a circle is 3 1/4 inch, and across the circle is 1 inch. Okay, for the disc, the CD, it's 6 1/4 inch and 2 inches this way. And then for the dartboard, it's 9.5 inches and 3 inches across. Okay, for part C, it says, what do you notice about the ratio of the distance around the circle to the distance across the circle for each circle? So if you look back, we can see that the ratio is about 3 1/4 inches around the circle to every 1 inch across. Okay, make sure you have that written in for page 4. Alright, please turn over to page 458 and follow along.
How is the circumference of a circle related to its diameter? Think about this question during the lesson.
Remember, circle is around the outside of the circle, like perimeter. Diameter is across the circle.
Mark recently replaced his front bicycle wheel. How far does the bike travel with each revolution of his new front wheel? The diameter of the wheel is 26 inches. How is one revolution of the wheel related to linear distance? Begin by relating the given information to the parts of a circle.
Alright, so all the way across is diameter. Halfway across from the midpoint to the outside of the circle is radius.
The circumference is the distance around the circle. The circumference is related to the diameter by a constant ratio. We use the Greek letter pi to represent this ratio. Pi is the ratio of the circumference c of a circle to its diameter d. Multiply both sides of the equation by d to express the relationship as a formula for the circumference. C equals pi times d.
That's something important to remember.
Pi is a decimal number that never repeats or terminates. Its value is 3.14159 and so on, without end. Use the circumference formula to calculate the distance around the wheel. Substitute the value for the diameter of the wheel, 26 inches. The circumference is exactly 26 times pi. What is the approximate value of the circumference in inches?
So if we do 26 times 3.14, what we'll get is something like 81.
To approximate the distance, use 3 1400ths for pi. The distance around the wheel is about 81 6400ths inches. So the bike travels about this distance with each revolution of the wheel. Now you know how pi relates to the circumference and diameter of a circle.
Let's look at the chart at the bottom. It says, what is the circumference of the rim of a basketball hoop with a radius of 9 inches? Now this is where we have to be careful because we really want all the way across. So if it's 9 inches there, it's 9 inches here, giving us a total of 18 inches. Keep that in mind. First, we multiply the radius by 2, which we just did, to get the diameter, which is 18 inches. So we have to be careful about our information. Then what we'll do is we'll approximate pi with 3.14. We multiply that with our 18 inches, resulting in 56.52. All right, let's turn over to page 459 and take a look at the top. It says, Kayla and Theo got on the Ferris wheel shown. About how high will they be at the top of the Ferris wheel? So they're giving us the circumference, which is around the circle, all right? Saying it's 220 feet. One way we can do this is we take the circumference, replace it, 220. We'll approximate 3.14 times d. We do inverse operations and divide, and it's relatively close to 70 feet high, right? Same thing here. Here they're using pi is 22 over 7. You may see that sometimes it still works out to be a decimal of 3.14. All right, so keep that in mind that there's two ways to do it. Most likely we'll do the one